1930. It all began in Uruguay. As the hosts of the very first FIFA World Cup, they defeated Argentina in the final and became football's first world champions. José Nasazzi proudly lifted the trophy, beginning a tradition that would captivate the world. 1934. 4 years later, Italy claimed its first World Cup title. Led by the brilliant Giuseppe Meazza, the Azzurri established themselves among football's elite. 1938. Italy proved their dominance once again. By winning a second consecutive World Cup, they became the first nation ever to successfully defend the title. 1942 and 1946. Then, football fell silent. As World War II consumed much of the world, the 1942 and 1946 World Cups were cancelled. For 12 long years, the beautiful game waited for peace to return. 1950. When the tournament finally returned, history was made once again. Uruguay stunned the host nation Brazil in the legendary Maracanã, completing one of the greatest upsets football has ever seen. 1954. In Switzerland, West Germany shocked the unstoppable Hungarians in the Miracle of Bern. Captain Fritz Walter led his team to an unforgettable victory against all odds. 1958. Then came a teenager who would change football forever. At just 17 years old, Pelé inspired Brazil to its first World Cup and announced the arrival of a global icon. 1962. Even without Pelé at his best, Garrincha carried Brazil to another triumph, proving that the Seleção had become the world's new football power. 1966. For the first and only time, England stood on top of the football world. At Wembley Stadium, Bobby Moore lifted the trophy in front of a home crowd. 1970. Many still call this the greatest team ever assembled. Pelé lifted his third World Cup, and Brazil's beautiful football became the standard by which every champion would be measured. 1974. A new leader emerged. Franz Beckenbauer captained West Germany to another World Cup, redefining the role of a modern defender. 1978. On home soil, Argentina celebrated its first World Cup victory. Mario Kempes inspired a nation and became the hero of the tournament. 1982. After a difficult beginning, Paolo Rossi completed one of football's greatest redemption stories. Italy lifted the World Cup for the third time. 1986. This tournament belonged to Diego Maradona. Moments of brilliance, unforgettable goals, and extraordinary leadership carried Argentina to another world title. 1990. Lothar Matthäus guided West Germany to its third World Cup, bringing an unforgettable era to a perfect ending. 1994. 24 years after their last triumph, Brazil returned to the top. Romário led the Seleção to victory in the first World Cup final decided by penalties. 1998. Playing in front of their own fans, France captured its first World Cup. Zinedine Zidane delivered a performance that would be remembered for generations. 2002. After injury and disappointment, Ronaldo completed one of football's greatest comebacks. 2 goals in the final secured Brazil's record 5th world title. 2006. Built on discipline and one of the strongest defenses in tournament history, Fabio Cannavaro lifted Italy's 4th World Cup trophy. 2010. Spain's golden generation reached the summit. Their unique style of football changed the modern game and delivered the nation's first World Cup. 2014. Years of preparation finally paid off. Germany conquered the tournament and Philipp Lahm lifted the country's 4th world title. 2018. A fearless young French team returned to glory. Among them, Kylian Mbappé announced himself as one of football's brightest stars. 2022. After years of chasing the ultimate prize, Lionel Messi completed his extraordinary journey. In one of the greatest World Cup finals ever played, Argentina became world champions once again. 2026. A new generation stepped into the spotlight. Spain defeated Argentina in the final to claim its 2nd World Cup title, and Lamine Yamal became the symbol of a new era in world football. From 1930 to 2026, 23 FIFA World Cups have crowned only 9 nations. Heroes have become legends and every generation has inspired the next. But history never ends. because somewhere another child is dreaming of one day lifting football's greatest trophy.